Come up in the gun. A lot of motion here. That's T. Higgins, the movement man. And the pass is caught, and that's a first down. So they pick up a 3rd and 1 and pick up a lot more out to the 46-yard line of Miami. That is Hayden Hurst. Spotted at the 47 of the Dolphins. Quick pass. Left side. Nice move.
I mean, I think the league is going to fall in love with him, and I know his team already has.
Play action. Checks it down underneath. Hurst again. And he gets tackled a couple of yards shy of the first down, and the flag comes in. On the ground again. Nixon. And Nixon still on his feet. Takes it all the way in. Hit initially around the 3 and just kept on moving. On target. That's Hill, Tyreek Hill, biggest trade of the offseason. Kansas City to Miami for a ton of draft choices. Jesse Bates makes the tackle. The gain of Hill taken out of the game last week by the Jets. Picked up only 2 catches, and meanwhile they go to Jalen Waddle. And Tua throws to the end zone, and it's juggled and incomplete. 23-yard attempt. And they go down the field, but that was crazy. Pirine is now in the backfield. Swing him out. Throw it to him, and he drops it. Incomplete coverage was good anyway. That was Jerome Baker. Step for step with him. It's 4th down. 2nd down and 13 at the 10-yard line. Hangs in the pocket. Passes right there.
After those 2 dreadful years, and putting him in a scheme where he feels comfortable.
Going deep, downfield, into double coverage, and should be picked off at the 29-yard line. Von Bell was there. The coverage was perfect. They try to get it to Hill. That didn't fool the Bengals, and they come away with the interception. Play action, under pressure, gets it away, caught, has the first down, comes back, and now Wilcox, after backing up, picks up the first down. In the pocket, under pressure, takes off again, and is stopped a little bit short of the first down. Mixon in, they'll go for it on a 4th down and 1. Little toss to Joe, to the outside he goes, and he will not get it. Yeah, his dad was so tough, he sent him to Alabama instead of USC, where Tua wanted to go.
That's right.
2nd and 11, that pass over the middle. There is Hill. Tua empties the backfield. 4-man rush. Fires downfield for Hill, and he can't one-hand it. But a flag comes in to Wougier.
Pass interference. Defense, number 22.
3rd and 10. Deep drop. Tua scrambles away, goes for the end zone, and incomplete. And it's now 100%.
And how different it is with the energy and the belief.
And he loves to have fun. 3rd and 5. To the outside, that pass is short and incomplete.
His ability to make adjustments at halftime.
To a rolling left with the grain, and down he goes. Slung down. Bridgewater fires, and that's going to be close to a. Trying to give the Dolphins the lead. Way short, might have been. Burrow is 8 of 15, barely over 50%. Goes deep down the left sideline, and that's caught. That's T. Higgins to the end zone. So the crowd was growing impatient. The next thing you know, you got a 59-yard touchdown over Xavier Howard's head. For the Dolphins, they've already used a couple in the first quarter, and that pass is caught, and there he goes. That is Waddle. Little fakery. Pass gotten away, and from the 7. shovel pass. Edmonds, can he get in? He spins, and he can. Touchdown, Chase Edmonds. So they had the sure field goal, but went for the extra point. And just, hits the upright and bounced back. From the 36. Burrow, good protection, slings it to the outside. He had the long pass, 59 yards for a touchdown to Higgins.
And that matchup is back up at the top again.
And this time with a flag down. 3rd down and 4. Bridgewater steps up in the pocket, goes a little bit high, and because of that, having to wait for it, yard line. Burrow protected well, and that's caught in a lot of traffic. 6.5 left in the 3rd. Downfield, over the head of, and incomplete. Off the fake, pass over the middle. It's pulled in at the 30-yard line. 4 catches, 55 yards. Bridgewater airing it out deep downfield, and that is caught on the rebound by Hill. Bridgewater surveys, spins away, extends the play, throws, and it's incomplete. Who missed an extra point earlier, hits this one through. Final minute of the 3rd. Swing it out here. Play is alive. Throw, caught, 45-yard line. Tyler Boyd.
These Bengal receivers.
Keon crossing in his spot right now. Burrow has time. Burrow goes deep. Got a man. It is Boyd. Inches away, 3rd down and goal. Mixon again. No. And 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Back started his career by beating Bill Belichick and New England. And stuffed in the backfield. My 2 cents.
I'm with you.
It's worth 1 cent. 2nd and 10. Over the middle, wide open. 45-yard line to the 50 goes T. Higgins. This set, 2nd down and 10. Burrow, good protection again, finds the open spot. 3rd down and 13 now. Makes a field goal attempt if they don't pick up a yard here, a lot longer. And that's dropped. So McPherson, who had a tremendous rookie season, hits it. Would have been good from 64. Regular and postseason. So the crowd completely into it now from the 23-yard line. They start with a Mostert run. Raheem Mostert out near midfield. Mostert to the outside. Gets around the corner. 2nd down and 10. Pressure from the outside. Picked off at the 9-yard line. Von Bell, his 2nd of the game. And the run back is into Miami territory all the way to the 45-yard line. The 5-yard line to set up a 1st down and goal.
Beats him at the line of scrimmage. Remember, you got backup corners in. Crossan never had a chance. Inside move, then works back to the...
Off the fake. Wide open. In for the touchdown. Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Bridgewater pressured again. Throws. Mostert trying to pick up the extra yardage and can't get out of bounds. Stays in. Clock keeps rolling. Burrow has guided his team to a 2-2 start. Teddy Bridgewater. Of course, we'll see about Tua and what happens to him down the line.